All right, we should be live. Good to go stream-wise. Go make sure that's showing up in here. Yes, sir. All right, boys, get tapped in. Let me go ahead and go in here. We live. All right. Bum, bum, bum. All right. What's good, PFL Nation? It's your boy. It's John Smith in the booth live for the Cotton Bowl. We got Miami and Utah. Number 6 Miami against number 1 Utah. We got ourselves a hell of a game in store this evening. And then right after this, we got the other semifinal game. Can't wait to call both of these with all y'all out there. So make sure you talking in the chat, man, because this ain't a premiere. I'm here. I'm in the booth. I'm checking it out. So I can't wait to see this one. Both these teams coming in with high expectations. I know Coach Harris, them Utah boys have been going absolutely crazy with the upgrades. I know Miami has been playing lights out lately, so I am super excited to see where this one takes us. Cannot wait to see how this one ends up going. Let me go ahead and get in here real quick. Set up the Super Sim. All right, let's get to it, boys. We're going to see Utah kick off to Miami to start this game out. Get our first look at this Miami offense. PS3 and company, man. I know they're going to want to come out and make a statement against this elite Utah defense, man. This is going to be quite a game today. Let's see how Miami gets started this first drive. First quarter of this Cotton Bowl semifinal matchup. Ooh, he did somehow. That was a straight up smack in the face, forcing a fumble on the very first play. Is this Utah defense, and that is exactly what we're talking about, man. They do a great job at delivering pressure, keeping the opposing offense on their toes, and then making sure, obviously, when their offense gets the ball, to get points on the board. PS3 had no idea what was going on, gets absolutely clobbered, and absolutely kills him right there. We're going to see PS3 get set up in the shotgun for the second down pass. He does find it's kind of just sails that high. Maybe that's a little semifinal jitters. You know, we can't expect that out of these young guys, especially these freshman QBs, man. It ain't easy with that big of a spotlight on you. And oh my goodness, on the third down play in the flat, throws a pick. That's the boy Zay Harris getting up and snatching that burger out of the sky. He's feasting, call that a McDouble, man. He's hungry early on. And we're going to get our first look at Rado and this Utah offense. Can't wait to see what they cook up here with excellent field position in the bunch. Bo, superstar running back in the backfield. And Rado's going to give him the first touch of the game, but he is going absolutely nowhere as he is stuffed for a 3-yard loss. Setting up 2nd and 13. And Utah, man, that is not what you want to see on your first play here. This is an absolutely electric offense. We've seen it all year long, and Miami had to come out and game plan for that. We're going to see Rado with the empty backfield, 5 set. Pressure in his face. Finds a man. Oh, oh my goodness. I thought we were about to see back-to-back burgers by both teams on the first drives, but that does not happen. Rado set up again on the 3rd and a mile. Ends up going for the dump off, but no way for him to get all the way to the first down marker there. That is to Zeke Moore, who went absolutely crazy in the quarterfinal game. And that is going to set up the 4th down and the field goal attempt for Utah to try and get the first points on the board in this ball game. Well done by the Miami defense. You know, the offense kind of put them in a tough spot, but they managed to not allow this Utah offense to really move the ball at all, forcing them to settle for 3. And just like that, Utah's going to get the first points on the board. That is Redding with the kick, taking the 3-0 lead. We're going to see Miami take the knee in that offense, get their second look out of there. Hoping that obviously this series goes a little bit better than the first one. PS3, look at those insane stats for the day. 2 passes, 1 interception, 0 targets to his teammates. We definitely is going to be looking to do more here on this second series. We're going to see the quick handoff. I think that's smart. I think that's smart by Miami to go ahead and concentrate on moving the ball out of the backfield. That was Chaney on the handoff. But we see McKnight back there now. D12 got the play action. It is going to be a dump off to D12. Lots of space to move. Bowls over a guy and gets this really solid gain out to the 45-yard line. Those are the kind of passes that PS3 is going to have to look for. Great play. You get to your playmakers. Let Deshaun make the play. Get it to the guys that you know can get it done. Him, Tanaka, Jabari Brown. These are guys that he's going to have to focus on. And just, trust what he's doing. Get those early game jitters out of the way. Focus on trying to, understand it's a long game of football. We see the play action, the bootleg, the run. He does go for the dump off to D12 yet again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And we see a 7-yard pickup there. Oh, actually, 8-yard pickup, second up. The second and do whatever you want, as I like to call it. 2nd and 2 for Miami and company. See another handoff. Huge hole for D12. D12 absolutely taking over this game right now. Utah has no answers for this young man out of the backfield, both through the air and on the ground. The 2 back-to-back dump-offs into the long gain on the run play. Man, oh man. That is exactly what you're looking for if you're Miami. We're going to see PS3 fake the handoff, using the run to set up the pass. Tons of time, pressure in his face, though. Does manage to get rid of it. Just throws it away. I'm sure he was thinking about that fumble on the first play of the game yet again. And we're seeing the 2nd and 10. Really quick pass. Dangerous pass. Somehow gets caught by the O-lineman, it looked like, off of that deflection. We are seeing some craziness out of the Miami offense today, folks. We do see the quick on the curl route. Not going to get him to the first down, but definitely sets up a much more manageable field goal. Great catch by Sutton there. Sutton once again running out of that slot for Miami and setting up the field goal to try and tie this ball game at 3 apiece with 7.5 to go in the first quarter. Folks, we are off to a hot start here. And we are going to be seeing Miami potentially tying this game up. Some rough sequences for this offense. But, when you're having a rough sequence, just get the ball to D12, and he's going to turn a rough sequence into a point drive. And just like that, they got 3 points on the board. Have to be feeling good about that. Defense managed to stand tall against Utah. And I'm sure Rado, Bo, Light, and company are all going to be looking to score once again on their drive here. And you see the kick return get just past the 20. That is Ezell. I expect to see some more Ezell involved on this drive. Obviously, Utah only had the 3 and out, so it's not like they really had a ton of time to keep the ball moving with all their people. But I do expect Rado to go ahead and get that ball, a little bit more scattered about. And we're going to see Rado in the shotgun take the snap, hand off to their superstar, Bo Sanders. Tries to get through the gap, but immediately gets tackled after just a couple of yards. He had some space to the right, but it was going to be quite difficult for him to get to it anyway. Good tackle by Miami's defense. You know, the problem with this Utah offense, you know, between Jaws, Light, Zeke Moore, Bo, and Azell, it's incredibly hard to game plan for. You got to give the props to Miami's coaching staff here, doing a fantastic job at limiting this Utah offense, which we have not seen very much of all year long. You see the play action. Rado looking over the middle, finds his target. Honestly, that was kind of risky to Light Yagami. All 20 had to do was turn around, and I think that's close to an interception. Manages to fit it into that window. No, that was Lyle on the tackle, but all Eric had to do there was turn around, and I think he might have had a shot at that ball. Instead, Utah gets a new set of downs, keeps the ball moving, doing what they know how to do best. And there we go. We're going to see the first down play. Goes for the deep ball. Absolute heave. Rado just thinking, I'm going to try this Miami defense, and that did not work out for him at all. Pressure in his face. Manages to escape the sack. Finds his man. Delivers a pass that ends up netting him positive yardage instead of what looked to be a massive hit. That was Sebastian Como on the catch there. Pressure in his face again. Rado steps into the pocket, but just kind of throws it away. Not a lot of room to work with. Forcing the punt here out of Utah, and just like that, Miami's offense has a chance to take the lead. Great punt out of Utah special teams there, pinning him at the 6-yard line. This is going to be quite the uphill battle for PS3 and company. But honestly, D12 keeps running like this, catching like this. He's going to be going crazy. I'm not sure if these stats are exactly accurate. Remember, folks, if you really want the most up-to-date stats, check the Discord server. We do update all the stats manually. We got them in there. Give them a read. Don't always trust what you're seeing on the screen. We're going to see the handoff to D12. He's pushing for a couple of yards. I think that's where you kind of have to live right now if you're Miami, especially this backed up in your own end zone. Try to get the run game going if you can. If you see Utah overcommitting, maybe you can fit a play action in there, but the play action has been risky for Miami all first quarter right now. We do see another handoff, but just nowhere to go. Monster tackle by McKinney, preventing any kind of movement to that outside. Not letting him break off, not letting D12 juke at all. Getting it done. Great job there by this Utah defense. And, you know, I'm honestly kind of surprised, guys. Early on in this game, we are seeing a defensive slugfest. It's only 3-3 in this first quarter. Not a lot of offensive production out of two teams who really have strong offenses, especially Utah. And PS3 is going to go ahead and take the underneath pass. Just get his punter a little bit more room to, you know, actually punt that ball away. Great tackle there by the man Zay Harris, who already has 3 tackles and an interception, having himself a day already in this first quarter. Great way to stay on your man. Sutton's very hard to stick with. He's got a lot of speed. That's why they put him in that slot. But Zay did a great job keeping up and not allowing him to turn upfield and get into open space. Miami is going to punt this away. Getting it all the way to that Utah territory. We will take that punt. Azell just kind of spins over to the 45. And Rado and company have good field position. I know Coach Harris is going to be upset at the fact that they've really been stalled out offensively. The 3 points they have is strictly because Zay Harris got a great pick at a great spot. Unable to really keep the ball moving. So I'm very curious to see what they have drawn up here for this drive to try to get some points on the board. As he sends Light in motion, fakes the touch pass, goes to Bo. Bo just fighting his way into that defensive line to try and create some yardage for his team. We see Bo take another handoff. Another decent gain out of him. A few yards to gain there, setting up 3rd and 2. Miami really stacking the box, showing blitz. It could be a fake into zone coverage. Let's see. They do send a little bit of pressure, play action, and immediately deflected. Great coverage I believe that was to Zeke Moore, but just nowhere to fit that in as the linebacker had the inside of the route. Risky pass, fantastic coverage. And just like that, Utah's on a 3 and out. This Utah offense not moving the ball like we'd expect early on in this game. Miami's defense definitely came to play, but once again, I swear this is deja vu. Miami getting pinned inside their own 5 and are going to have quite the uphill battle to get the ball out of their own territory here. Here we go. I expect almost 1,000% to see a handoff. A pass here is insanely risky. There is the handoff to D12. Getting over on a couple guys, making some good space. Setting up that 2nd and 3. Another handoff to D12, fighting for the first down, and just like that, Miami gets it to the 15, and now they have a little bit more breathing room to decide what they want to do next. My apologies if I keep cutting out, guys. This cough I've had for like 3 months just won't go away. We do see another handoff. D12 tries to get to the outside, breaks off of Vic, but then just not able to get past the second man. I believe they are going to credit Vic with the tackle, but I believe he did break that off before he got hit on the follow-up. But that does wrap up the first quarter. Let me see those 2s in the chat, and I want to see an early prediction out of you guys. Who do we think is winning this one? This is a defensive slugfest. Do we got Utah or do we got Miami? We are live with Friday Night Football, baby. College football semifinal Cotton Bowl. Both of these teams working to punch a ticket to the National Football Championships. Oh, sorry about that. We should still be okay. Sorry about that. My controller turned off. Had to switch to the keyboard. Both these teams fighting to get into the College Football National Championship. And we see D12 still on his feet somehow. Don't really know what's going on in that pile. Finally, Terrence Brown manages to get on top of him and bring him onto the ground. And that's going to be another new set of downs for this Miami offense. Man, oh man, we are seeing some good stuff early on by both of these defensive sides. It's been a struggle for these offenses to even get a few yards. You can see even Miami now is still deep in their own territory. We do see the play action, and again, the play action results in a man in his face. Manages to get the ball away this time. No fumble, no getting immediately clobbered. And going to go ahead and set up another first down. Great job by PS3 making an adjustment to what happened last time. Finds the open man, getting chased down, but outrunning those linebackers. The play action definitely got that defense to bite a little bit with how much Miami's been running the ball. And just like that, they have another series, and we do see another handoff here to D12. And really, I expect a lot of this. You know, Miami's really the type of team that's going to use that run to open up the short game and maybe take 1 or 2 shots. But they really just try to be consistent with their play calling. You see another run here, D12. That's a little bit of a rip-down tackle by Terrence Brown Jr. Lucky there's a no call there and setting up what I think will be an obvious passing down. Goes underneath, immediately stuffed. Stopping the first down, playing the line of scrimmage brilliantly, playing the chains, knowing exactly where you need to be is a key factor being a linebacker, and that absolutely stays where he needs to be and stops Miami from getting the first down. Great job. I believe that was Bishop as well, forcing Miami into the punt. But I mean, it's, 3-minute drive to get 30 yards. These defenses have come to play. This time, Miami delivering a coffin punt, pinning it at the 2-yard line. Your boy is hyped right now. Getting that done, that's got to be the punter's dream. I always think that's so funny how excited they get when they're like, I put that ball exactly where I wanted to. I did my job. We're going to get our next look at this Utah offense. Of course, like I brought up early on, I think we need to see some more Zell Mercer get involved. Not just because Bo can obviously open up the run, but Zell does a great job at setting up the pass for this Utah offense. You see Bo climbing his way, mirroring what D12 did for Miami, getting some more space for Rado and company, setting up that second and much more manageable. We see another handoff to Bo. Jukes a man, finds the gap, and there he goes! There he goes, folks! All the way to the 44-yard line is that man, Bo Sanders, finally breaking one against this Miami team that has had some stout run defense. Look at the hype on the sideline. Big Bo Sanders doing his thing. As soon as that boy gets an open field, you already know what's about to happen. What a saving tackle by number 8 for Miami there. Oh my goodness. Now this crowd's getting loud. They got a lot of momentum in this semifinal game. We're seeing Zell's first carry of the night, I believe. And now we got Big Bo right back in the backfield. 6 minutes, 55 seconds to go in this one. See the toss play to the right. Finds the gap again. He's gone. He's gone. That's a touchdown for your boy, Bo Sanders, to the crib. That's what it is right there. Carrying that ball, doing his thing. He was basically the entire Utah offense this drive. 2 massive runs, and this Miami team, who has looked incredible defensively, finally getting stopped, as we see a fan with maybe the worst camera work of all time, but that does not matter because Bo is hyped in that end zone, getting it done. Well done, young man. And that sets up Utah to take the 10-3 lead here with just about 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. And Miami, man, they got to come out. They got to respond. You guys know this. You've heard me call enough games. I think at this point, I'm all about how teams respond when points are scored. That's not changing anymore. Especially today, I feel like it's even more valuable because you're in the semifinals. How bad do you want to go to the National Football Championship? National College Football Championship, I apologize. How bad do you want that trophy sent to your house by the PFL? You got to show that you want it out here right now, just like Bo did. You got to do that every play. Have that focus, have that dedication. We're going to see PS3 get ready. A lot of pressure on the freshman's shoulders. Can he deliver? Pressure in his face. Sack coming. Brought down on the corner blitz. Utah feeling themselves. As that was Sewell on the tackle. Or Sewell? I don't know. I don't know how to say that name. I apologize. I'm going with Sewell. Absolute speed on the corner blitz. Bringing PS3 to the ground. Utah's crowd is going nuts right now. The momentum is all with the Utes. And I think this is what a lot of people expected going into this one. It is the number 1 against the number 6. They should be handling business. But Miami has put up quite a fight to start this game. We see another play action. Still can't get rid of it. And another body bag for Sewell. Back-to-back body bags for Sewell. Insane. This is just insane. These play actions are not working for Miami right now. PS3 has less than 1 second to throw the ball. Just nothing for him to do. Back-to-back body bags. Man, oh man. We see a 3rd and 40 miles to throw, and he throws a pick. Throws a burger. That's his 2nd burger of the game. Oh my goodness. Had no choice, really. But just no chance to fit that in. What a way to read the route. What an interception. Oh, my goodness. This Utah team is showing up. This is what they do. This is what they do, man. Number 1 team in the nation. Trying to walk their way to the national title. You see Rado just have to throw it away here on some excellent coverage. Bo gets stuffed. Some excellent coverage yet again. Like I said, minus those 2 breakout runs, Miami's defense has been doing exactly what they need to do. I mean, they have been very consistent in this game, holding it down, getting it done. I mean, Bo's going to get a couple breakouts a game. We all know that. Hashtag block for Bo. But if this defense can keep holding strong, their offense will eventually get them some points. See Rado in the empty backfield, finds Jaws and delivers for another first down. And after back-to-back fantastic defensive plays, there's just a little bit of a collapse in the middle of the field, resulting in a new series for Utah, knocking on the door of the red zone. See Rado and company get ready. I can see this being a handoff to Azell. He does end up dropping for pass. He has the dump off, fits it in. Super risky throw to Zeke Moore. Manages to slide that in what could be one of the smallest windows we've seen tonight. Setting up another first down and, more importantly, a first and goal for this Utah offense. He had Azell, goes for the risky pass. Somehow Zeke Moore ends up coming down with it. Great catch out of the tight end, who went absolutely crazy these last couple of weeks. And let's see if Utah can find their way into the end zone. Rado's looking, finds his man. Light drops the ball. Oh no, I think if he hangs on to that, that is a touchdown for Light Yagami. It gets knocked out. Big hit. And there we go. We see the quick dump off to Zeke Moore, and there it is, the second touchdown for Utah. This time on the quick rollout pass play, setting up Utah for 6 points. Rado delivering, and just like that, pending the extra point, it will be a 14-point 2-possession lead for the Utah Utes. And, I'm not even blaming Miami's defense. I really think they were doing a good job against what is otherwise an excellent, excellent Utah offense. It's just going to be a matter of PS3 and company having to get some points on the board. Listen, you have 3 minutes and 53 seconds to respond. Get some points. Take care of business. Get things handled. I'm going to see Utah kick it off to Miami. And once again, I want to see a big response out of these boys. I think they got a great chance here to get right back in this game. All it takes one score, and just like that, it's a one-possession game yet again. We're going to see the handoff to D12. D12 tries to find the gap, ends up fighting his way for about 6.5. We got 2nd and 4 here from Miami, putting them in a pretty good position to start the drive. Obviously, they don't want to rush the clock too much, but it is vital for them, in my opinion, to get some points on the board right here. D12 finds a huge gap, absolutely rip through these guys. Utah, they have an answer for him, and then they somehow forget that he's out there, and he goes out and breaks for these massive gains, which is really what Miami is looking for as far as their offensive game plan. It's got to be keep D12 moving, keep the ground game exactly where we want it to be, and that's going to put us in the best position to win. We see Jabari go in motion. We see D12 yet again with another huge gap and another 12-yard gain. Utah, excuse me. Utah, you got to stack the box a bit better. You got to be watching for that, man. Bare minimum, set a linebacker on a spy to the running back right now, as D12 is just absolutely feasting on the ground. And, man, if Miami can get the passing game going, this offense can put up points in a hurry. So this game is, far from over here. But this is a very vital drive with 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. CT12 again, and there it is, Utah. Terrence Brown getting in there, getting the tackle, stopping him at the line of scrimmage and forcing the passing down here. 2nd and 10, empty backfield for PS3. He's got to put that arm to work. Goes underneath, almost throws a 3rd interception. Absolutely brutal. Tries to find a man, pressure in his face, ends up sailing it, and that is going to set up the 4th down for PS3 and Miami. That is a tough one, folks. I mean, just nowhere for him to go. Vic right in his face. Absolutely crushed him. And they are going to go for the punt here. Honestly, with 1:40 to go, I would probably just huck up the field goal, but does not have the confidence in their kicker. And they're going to set Utah up at the 20-yard line. And I tell you what, Utah can come out and score in 1:36. Rado talking to Coach Harris saying, hey, let's go put some points on the board. Let's see what comes out of this Utah squad. Do they just go for the handoff to Azell, run the clock out? No, it looks like they are going to go for a pass. Pressure coming. Rado tries to run out of it, but ends up taking the hit by Diaz with the big sack. And I'm pretty sure that's going to cause Utah to simply run the next couple of plays, wind down the last 1.5 minutes, and go into halftime up 14 points. Rado definitely could have cut up, but he had a linebacker watching as well. So it's not like there was a lot of flexibility there with where he was going to go with that ball. All right, we're going to see the handoff to Bo, just like I said. We do see a timeout called. I'm guessing that timeout is just because Miami thinks they can get another stop right here and maybe get good enough field position to set up a field goal before the half ends. Let's see. We see the handoff to Bo. Nowhere to go. Definitely prepared for it. And we are going to see that second timeout for the punt. We're going to see a deep punt here to about the 35. A lot of space to return. Decent return there to get up to about the 50. And, you know, maybe PS3 and company can, you know, get 30 yards with a timeout. As we see some D12 highlights of him going absolutely crazy. You see PS3 pressure in his face. Escapes one hit, but oh my goodness! Absolutely crunched by Vic. What? Why are they calling a timeout? Oh my goodness, I shouldn't laugh. It makes my cough worse. Miami calls a timeout. Just going to heave it. 10 seconds to go. PS3's got a cannon of an arm. Absolutely launches that thing. Oh my goodness! I thought Tanaka might actually catch it. What are we seeing? Oh, roughing the passer, so they get 15 yards and get another shot. They're going to go ahead and take another one deep. We just saw PS3's arm. He can definitely get it out there. I still think Tanaka had a chance to catch that ball after the deflection. PS3 with lots of time, heaves it, going towards the sidelines. And that ball is out of bounds, and that's going to bring us to halftime, folks. Let me see your halftime thoughts. I am reading that chat. Shout out to all you boys for being here, and thank you so much. I hope you're liking this live Friday night presentation. I'm going to be right back with the game right after this, the Bama-Oregon third-time rematch. But, man, we got to get through this second half first. We're seeing Utah finally start to do Utah things in the second quarter. You know, we saw Bo break out. We saw a really calculated drive. Rado delivered a dime to Zeke Moore. I mean, what are you guys feeling? Are you thinking this one's wraps? Are we thinking Miami's on the comeback train? How are we feeling about this one? Man, oh man. Yeah, it is Zell. There is some scary defense out there, absolutely. It's been a lot of back and forth here on the defensive side. But, you know, Miami's going to have to turn it up here for the second half. If we see a little highlight reel of the first half, we're going to have to see something special out of Miami if they want to come back against this Utah team. Make sure we see the threes in the chat as the third quarter is underway. Utah does get the ball to start this second half. I honestly forgot about that, so we could see some craziness here. A real quick score by Utah would really set the tone for this second half. But I know Miami, Eric Lyle and company got to be thinking, hey, we can get a pick too, we can get a turnover, we can get the ball and change the tone of this game, which is currently all Utah, all first half. Pressure coming. Rado goes for a little dump off after looking like he was going to scramble, setting up Azell to get absolutely clobbered. And a 2-yard loss there on 2nd and 12. It was essentially a lateral as Rado was in front of Azell when he threw the ball. We're gonna say that's a Utah special option play right there. And by special I mean not the best design, but hey, you know, it's special. We're going to see him set up for the 2nd and 12. This could be a handoff. Bo does a great job of getting back those yards on the first down loss plays. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a play action here and see a pass. There it is. See the rollout. Rado goes for the dump off once again. Finds his target, who does get wrapped up. Makes up some of those yards. You know, not all those yards, but does make up a decent amount. See Rado drop back to pass yet again. Deliver over the middle to Jaws. There it is for a solid gain. My goodness. Utah's absolutely killing it right now on offense. We see Rado send light in motion, fake the touch pass going to Bo. Bo trying to find a gap, nowhere really to go, and does get brought down pretty quick. Setting up the 2nd and 6 here. Another handoff to Bo, and just nowhere really hits a stone wall right there, unable to keep the ball moving. Setting up the 3rd down for Utah. Rado trying to spin out of it, but gets absolutely crunched. I believe that is Diaz once again. Yes, it is on his 2nd sack of the night. Big hit. Absolute crunch by Diaz, delivering Rado in a body bag, setting up 4th and a million miles for Utah, forcing them to punt here at midfield. And Miami's got some room to run here down the side, getting all the way to the 30-yard line. Solid return, putting this offense in a good position to succeed. Setting up PS3 and company to try to go out here and get some points on the board in this 3rd quarter. 8 minutes, 22 seconds to go. See D12 getting involved early. I expect to see a lot of him here in this second half. Miami's want to have success on offense. It's probably going to start and end with that man right there. PS3 with the quick snap. Has a man underneath. Goes a bit deeper into the 2nd lane and finds his target. Great catch by Sutton there out of the slot, doing what he needs to do, staying quick, staying nimble. Since they moved that man to the slot, it has definitely opened up some more passing opportunities for this Miami offense because, you know, he was a running back initially, but he does very well with the speed off the line, getting open. He's tough for these linebackers to cover, and he actually runs some really clean routes. So Sutton has opened up a lot of things for PS3 on this offense. This could be an inside zone handoff. It is going to be an inside zone handoff. Finds the gap and ends up pushing for about 13 yards. Solid run. And hey, I mean, that's not even D12. So if you're Miami, you got to be feeling pretty good about that. As the ball continues to move on offense, you're doing what you need to do. A touchdown here puts them right back in the game, right back into one possession territory. So they have to be feeling like, okay, let's, we're in Utah territory. Let's try to get some points. Try to get 6 here. Swing some momentum back in our favor. We see D12 get involved again, but immediately gets stopped by Vic. Great tackle there. Just gets, the 1 yard gain there instead of being able to cut upfield like he's been doing for most of the night. They do get a free play. Got a man to jump. Looks to the right. I think they're just going to take the free 5 yards. Yes, they are. I was going to go ahead and set up 2nd and 4 for Miami. Much more manageable yardage, much more manageable situation for this offense. See the handoff to D12, finds the gap up the middle, and does create a new set of downs for Miami. Doing exactly what they wanted to do in the first half. Finally making it happen here in the second. You see the toss out. This is always a risky play. It did work for Bo in the first half. We saw that huge touchdown run on a toss play. D12 does get 6 out of it. Not quite as exciting, but is staying positive for Miami's offense on this drive. See the quick route to the outside. I don't know if they'll give him forward progress. He was right on the line. They will not. That is 3rd and 2 as he fell, backwards. See the handoff again. Tries to juke man. Does so. Absolutely clobbering guys. Cannot bring him down. And man, they are having an absolute lethal duo right now. Between Chaney and D12. This was supposed to be a Zell and Bo. All season's been a Zell and Bo. And just like that, Miami's running back duo is telling the tale of the tape here in this second half. There's D12 getting a handoff, trying to fight it. Oh my God, it's a big fumble, but the big man lands right on top of it with some of the quickest reaction time I think I've ever seen out of an offensive lineman. He said, give me that ball. I think he was thinking, I'm going to rumble tumble my way into the end zone. But ultimately just ends up picking it up, setting up 2nd and goal. That was super scary, but it was fine. It was fine. Look at that man. He was like, I'm getting into the end zone. I never get into the end zone. Give me that. Now that's that bread loaf running animation. Coach CT knows all about that. He got to get in D12, help him hold on to the football. PS3 takes a snap in the shotgun. Some good coverage. Almost throws an interception. Super risky. That was Vic. Obviously, Vic doesn't have the best hands, so that fell right out of his hands, but man, was that a risky pass. Some great coverage on that side of the field. Sends Chaney in motion, setting up another empty backfield for PS3. I don't know about this one. Utah's pass coverage has been really solid, but he finds the gap, and PS3 delivers in the small window, setting it up. Jabari Brown for the touchdown, and pending the extra point, we will have a 7-point game. Excellent drive out of Miami. Doing exactly what they needed to do. And man, what a small space to find Jabari. He was just straight chilling there. Said, PS3, find me. And PS3 delivered. And here comes the extra point. It is up, and it is good. There's the scoring summary. 5-minute drive for Miami. Some great ball control. Doing what they need to do. And kicking it off back to this Utah offense, who, despite the scoreline, folks, have struggled. offensively. We've seen some breakout runs out of Bo Sanders, but overall, they have not been able to do everything they wanted. You can see right here, since those breakout runs, he has been essentially stonewalled. Obviously already over 100 yards, has had himself a hell of a game, but Miami has made good adjustments on the defensive side. You see another handoff to Bo and just brought down at the line of scrimmage yet again. Doing what they need to do. Miami has to be thinking that, this is exactly what our defense has to do to try to put our offense in a situation where we can come back and win this game. All right, quick pass, finds Jaws, delivers. Rado's done a lot of these dangerous throws where he's testing the Miami defenders, saying, listen, I'm going to throw it in your box, in the window, but I'm going to put it in a spot where I think only my receiver can catch it. And all these, tighter throws have worked out well. Rado's clearly been in the lab working on that accuracy, and it is showing tonight against Miami. We see the rollout. The play fake does get him enough time, avoids the sack, but sails the man who was open on that deep post route, unable to deliver. And after me just praising his accuracy, I swear it's the commentator curse, as he sails one out of range of Jaws. We see the pass to the open man underneath, setting up the third and much more manageable. Rado goes for the quick pass again, finds his man. That is Zeke Moore once again delivering and getting a first down here. Setting up a new series with only a minute and a half to go in the third. Is this game flying by for anybody else, or am I tripping? This is going crazy. Both teams coming out with some sustained drives here in the second half. You see the reverse. Oh, into the... Ooh. Sorry, got distracted by the stiff arm. Unique play design out of Utah. That's the first time we've seen that tonight on the fake touch pass into the reverse sweep. Goes underneath. I don't know if that was intentional. His throwing motion looked like he was going over the middle. I don't know if he's pulling up Patrick Mahomes on the no-look. Rado might be going too much in the lab, getting a little lost in the sauce here, but does find the man underneath. I don't know if we'll see a hike before this third quarter wraps up. Yeah, we do. Final play of the half. Fakes it to Azell. Finds the open man, but overshoots him, setting up fourth down. Massive for Miami. What a way to end the third quarter. Let me see those fours, PFL Nation. For anybody new to the PFL, we are a collegiate sim league where you can live out your college dreams and eventually make it to the pros. We do have open apps right now for the next college series, which will be starting shortly. Please make sure, get your apps in. If you got friends who want to play some football, get their apps in. It's about to be a movie out here. So excited to be a part of it. Can't wait to call your guys' names from up here in the booth where you can be the next legends as we make our way through these college series. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And make sure you stick around for Bama versus Oregon after this one. We're going to see PS3 on the first play of the fourth, set it up, go underneath to D12, who does make the catch. PS3 maybe getting a little bit of a groove. He's thrown a couple burgers. He's gotten hit. He's fumbled. But his team is still in this game. And he is trying his best. Finds the man underneath yet again. I believe that's Sutton on the catch. It is. And they got a new series here. 10 minutes, 50 seconds to go. That clock is moving faster than you think, folks. And Miami and PS3, they're marching. Oh, pressure in his face. Delivers. Still delivers. Great job by PS3. I know he was hearing those footsteps, but manages to find his way in. PS3 once again finds his man again. That's Cheney this time on the catch. These running backs are eating right, left, and slot. Doing everything they need for PS3 to keep this drive marching on. We see another pass underneath. almost gets to the first down. That guy might have 40 speed, so let's, coaching staff, make sure you get in there, tell that boy to upgrade his speed. We're going to see PS3 drop back to pass again, goes for the dump off. Nowhere to go, absolutely ripped down. Huge tackle out of Utah right there. Absolutely huge tackle, as Miami's really been able to just march and do whatever they want on this drive. Utah trying to flip that momentum a little bit. PS3 going to take the snap here, fake the inside zone, go underneath the D12, but man, oh man, he's waiting. Just waiting to get the hit in, stopping him at the line of scrimmage and setting up 3rd and 1,000,000. PS3, sorry. PS3 tries to find the man on the drag route on 3rd and 14, but unfortunately sails it. Unable to deliver, setting up a very long field goal. Let's see, can this young kicker deliver? Oh my goodness, sails it through the uprights, making it a 4-point game. While that is still a touchdown difference, that does get them a bit closer and sets it up where if they get a stop and a score, they take the lead. That's big. Man, oh man, oh man, we got an exciting 4th quarter. You guys already know it's my first live game. It's my first time doing the production. It had to be a classic. 17-13 Utah. I think we're going to see a lot of Bo on this drive, but not if he keeps getting absolutely stuffed like that. That is dangerous for Utah. They need that offense to keep flowing. We're going to see Rado step back with empty backfield. 3 to the bottom of your screen, 2 to the top. I expect to see some short routes. There's Zeke Moore underneath. Goes underneath to Azell. Azell gets thrown to the ground. This Miami defense has some new life in them. Setting up the 3rd and 8. Rado going to be passing again. Goes underneath. That is a catch by Light Yagami. Do they give him first down? No, they are saying 4th and inches. This is the play call right here, folks. Do you trust Bo Sanders to go get that first down? Or do you punt it away deep in your own territory? This is a massive decision for Coach Harris, talking to his guys, trying to decide, what do we do? Do we challenge it? Do we try to get the spot more in our favor? He's right on the line when he catches it. That's a tough one, because he does fall back, towards the line of scrimmage. That is a tough one. They are going to punt it. I don't know about this call, though. Oh, man, we do see a flag as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just holding. Okay, it's just a holding call. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was about to sweat for Miami. If they gave Utah even half a foot, they were getting a new set of downs. But just like that, PS3 and this offense is moving. First catch, first reception. 2nd and 6. 5.5 to go. PS3 finding his target again. I believe that's Sutton. These running backs, man, they're doing what they need to do. PS3 going for the long ball. Oh my goodness, almost intercepted on the deflection. That would have been a horrendous way for this one to end for Miami. See PS3 get ready again. No real pressure and finds his man. I believe finally that's Tanaka getting involved on his first catch of the night, getting them a 1st and 10. Doing exactly what he needs to do. Putting Miami closer and closer. I can't lie to you guys. I'm getting excited. This is what we live for right here. 4th quarter, final drives. Twists and turns. Miami had an extremely rough start to this game. but their defense kept them in it, and now their offense has a chance to get the lead. We see Sutton underneath once again. Sutton has been absolutely feasting on these short passes. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Ball on the 48. We see a play action. Finds his man. There he is. Open 35-yard line. Miami getting hyped on the sidelines in this Utah crowd. They're quieting down. They're quieting down, man. This is it gets some tension right now. Does Miami score on this drive? Let me see it in the chat. What we think, fellas? What we think? Is Miami scoring on this drive? They taking the lead? Let's see it. PS3, lots of time, lots of time. Delivers again. Jabari Brown. 1st and 10 on the 23 now. 2 minutes, 47 seconds to go. Empty backfield for PS3. Go. Oh! Almost intercepted again. Again, PS3 almost sells it. Wait, here we go. Going underneath. There's that man. That's Sutton. Eaton again, fighting his way for the first down. Going absolutely crazy on this one. PS3 getting ready. He hands it off to Cheney. Nowhere really to go, but does fight his way forward for a couple of yards. Down to 2 minutes. We are getting into the final crunch hours, folks. My goodness, minute 50 seconds left. Oh, that's a false start. That's not what they want. That's going back. That is not what Miami wants, pushing them back 5 yards. Obviously, it's 4-down territory, but those 5 yards could matter. You see PS3 get ready here, goes for the screen. Cheney gets wrapped up. Huge tackle. Not letting him gain any more than a couple of yards there. 3rd and 12, pressure coming. He's looking in the end zone. Almost caught, but dropped. 4th and 12. This is it, folks. Ball game right here. Miami or Utah. Goes to the end zone and throws an interception. Throws it. Oh, and he's juking guys. He's pushing guys off him. Oh, my goodness. The final toe drag tackle stops the pick six to the crib. PS3 delivers a burger, as that was Sutton on the streak route. Davis with the huge interception. And that is going to seal this one, folks. There is still 3 timeouts. But oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, 128 on the clock. They do have 3 timeouts. If they can stop Bo 3 times in a row, they could do something. Bo tries to find his way out, breaks a man off. There's the first timeout for Miami. $1:23 to go. Rado clapping his hands, getting ready to take this and immediately hand it off to Bo Sanders. There's the handoff. Bo finds a space, gets a first down, and that should just about seal it up, folks. I do not think there's enough time on the clock for this to matter anymore. Bo with the massive first down. Utah getting into victory formation. My goodness. Utah back-to-back national championship appearances, and I know for a fact they're going to be trying their hardest to get that victory. But hey, man, huge shout out to Miami. Y'all came super close. You have some elite weapons out there. Great season all the way to the semifinals. Nothing to be ashamed of with you boys. Well done. I'm sure recruiting season's going to go crazy for y'all. I'm super excited to see what you look like going into CS3. But man, oh man, them Utes. He punts it away. That's going to lock it up. Barring anything absolutely insane, which we do not see. And that's going to be the end of the game, 17-13. Utah gets it done in the Cotton Bowl, which I told Zeke they definitely got to change the name of this bowl. But moving on to the National Championship. My goodness. What a game. What a game out of the Utah Utes handling business. And what a performance by Miami. Almost getting back. So close, you know. Within 10 yards at one point of taking the lead and putting the number 1 seed potentially out of the playoffs. But that's it, man. I got to collect some stats. So if you guys want to stick around, I'm going to be doing that. But otherwise, after that, I'll be ending the stream. So I'm just going to be chatting a bit with y'all. Go ahead and stick around if you'd like to, but I'm just going to be taking pictures. Getting the stats, getting what we need. So let me go ahead and get started on that. Alright. Let me make sure that's going the right way. Does have the... Alright, let's go look at some stats real quick. So we see the difference in QB rating, man. This really tells the tale of the tape. 50 QB rating for PS3, 94 for Rado. You know, much cleaner game out of Rado. We got the 3 burgers from PS3, which really just put his team too far behind early on, unable to keep the offense moving. Looking at the rushing, honestly, this was a game out of Bo Sanders. He started off super hot. Great game out of D12 as well. We saw some good running out of Cheney. I mean, it was really huge run out of Rado there. Mercer only got a couple of carries. Obviously, Como got it on the sweep. But this is the tail of the tape. These two guys, what a battle. What a couple of huge breakout runs out of Bo. Looking at the receiving room, you know, there he is. That Sutton, he went nuts. We see Ridley had a good amount of catches. Obviously, Zeke did his thing. Cheney had a couple grabs. D12 had a couple grabs. Jaws had a couple grabs. I mean, it was really a spread out passing game, light with a couple of big grabs as well. Nobody was really just taking over. You know, it wasn't a one-man show in the air. Obviously, Sutton had a ton of catches and good yardage. Was there when Miami needed them, but just not quite enough to get them that final score and get across the finish line. A little bit of blocking, so you guys can see some pancakes that we had. Moving on to defensive stats, man. Tons of tackles for some of these boys. Look at Zay Harris with 14 tackles and an interception. I mean, that's exactly what we're trying to see. Crazy. As well as a pass deflection. Lots of dirty work out of these boys. Tons of dirty work, honestly, out of these guys. Along with, obviously, these picks. It was really just a defensive showing by these teams, man. This is exactly what, as a defensive guy, I love to see, because I really felt like both teams were doing their thing defensively. Lots of dirty work getting done, lots of pass deflections. I mean, force some fumbles, right? There's Tafuna with the forced fumble. Doing all kinds of stuff on the defensive side. Very well done for these boys. And just all around a good defensive performance. Again, nothing for Miami to be upset about. They did what they needed to do. See some decent kick returns here out of Azell and Cheney. And, of course, some decent punt returns as well. So with that, folks, that's the wrap. I will be back here in about an hour. Got to do some final wrap-up and stuff to do the final semifinal game, Bama versus Oregon. I'll be doing that live, just like this one. I hope y'all enjoyed this show. I hope my first time on the keys wasn't too bad. Zeke and I are going to tighten some things up here before I go live again. And with that, John Smith, PFL Nation, we out.